Growth hormone or peptides. Human growth hormone or HGH has long been regarded as the gold standard in performance enhancements. It plays a role in tissue repair, fat metabolism, sleep quality and muscle preservation. When people imagine HGH, they imagine a dramatic transformation of professional bodybuilders, celebrities and athletes. But there's a scientific reality. Those results come only from higher dosaging. At low dosages under 5 IUs per day, HGH does not create the profound effects most expect. Why? Because HGH actions are largely dose dependent. In small amounts, exogenous HGH produces subtle improvements in connective tissue, healing, collagen synthesis and water balance in the skin. Users may feel fuller, experience slightly better recovery, but the anabolic and lipidic effects, the things HGH is famous for, emerges only at much higher levels, typically 6 to 10 IUs daily or beyond. Even at low dosages, exogenous HGH suppresses natural pituitary output. That means you're replacing your body's natural pulsatile secretion with a flat, steady baseline the body evolved to release. GH's powerful bursts, particularly at night. Those bursts triggered liver conversions into IGF-1, which drives many of HGH muscle building and fat burning effects. Low constant dosing disrupts that rhythm without providing enough hormones to replicate its benefits. This is why so many recreational users at 2 to 4 AUs report underwhelming outcomes. They're paying premium prices, but what they receive is little more than expensive recovery aid. This is where peptides change the picture. Peptides such as CJC, ipamorelin and GHRP6 do not deliver growth hormone directly. Instead, they stimulate the pituitary gland to produce and release GH in pulses. This is crucial because pulsatile GH release is what drives optimal physiology. When your body releases GH naturally, it comes in short, sharp bursts. Then these spikes lead to efficient liver conversion into IGF-1, enhance lipolysis and support body repair. Exogenous HGH at low dosages fails to replicate this rhythm. Peptides, on the other hand, amplify it. CJC 1295 with DAC provides a steady baseline increased in GH output, while shorter acting options like GHRP6 or ipamorelin create acute spikes around meals and bedtime. Stacking them together stimulates youthful GH release patterns, high peaks, consistent baseline without suppressing natural feedback mechanisms as severely as exogenous HGH. Another advantage of peptides is their customizability. Want deeper sleep and recovery? Use ipamorelin before bed. Want to drive appetite and GH release during the day? Add GHRP6 pre-meals. Want constant elevated GH without constant injections? CJC 1295 with DAC covers that base. Unlike HGH, where dose is the only variable, peptides allow modular approach tailored to the goals. And then there's cost efficiency. Clinical grade HGH costs hundreds to thousands per month, often with inconsistent quality due to counterfeiting. Peptides, by contrast, deliver equal or greater GH activity at a fraction of the price, with more flexible and fewer long-term drawbacks when dosed responsibly. Let's look closer at mechanisms. At a low dose of HGH, say 2 to 4 IUs, the body experiences a modest rise in systematic GH levels, minor increases in collagen deposition and joint lubrication, a small bump in nitrogen retention and recovery, mild improvements in skin elasticity. But there's a catch. This dose is not enough to significantly elevate IGF-1 levels, and IGF is the real anabolic driver. It's what stimulates muscle protein synthesis, hypertrophy and long-term recovery. Without a strong rise in IGF-1, the benefits of HGH are superficial at best. Peptides excel here. By driving natural pituitary release, They trigger GH surges and are efficiently converted into IGF-1 in the liver. This not only promotes muscle and fat changes, but also preserves the natural signaling rhythm the body is designed to use. Another key point: insulin sensitivity. Even at 3 to 4 IUs, exogenous HGH begins to cause supple insulin resistance. That means glucose management worsens and nutrients are more than likely stored as fat rather than shuttled into the muscle. In contrast, peptides, particularly paired with compounds like GHRP6 or AOD9604, often improve insulin sensitivity of fat oxidation. The metabolic profile is superior. So, scientifically, the argument is simple: HGH under 5 IU disrupts natural balance without producing strong IGF-1 mediated results, whilst peptides enhance natural balance and deliver greater efficiency at cellular level. There's also the matter of adaptability and longevity. When using exogenous HGH, your pituitary becomes suppressed. The longer you run it, the more natural GH output declines. This creates dependency, and unless you're prepared to escalate dose and cost results plateau at low dosages, you're paying for suppression without enough return. Peptides, however, encourage glandular activity by acting on GHRH, the ghrelin receptors. This stimulates your body to work harder, your pituitary remains active, and your hypothalamic feedback loops continues function. In many cases, peptides use preserves or even improves long-term natural output, especially when cycled intelligently. This makes peptides particularly effective for anti-aging, recovery, athletic performance in non-professional settings. They provide the benefits people associate with low-dose HGH: improved sleep, tissue healing, fat loss, but with stronger outcomes and less long-term suppression. And then we return to the cost. Pharma-grade HGH is the most expensive compound in enhancements. Worse, the underground market is flooded with counterfeit and underdosed products. Most users running 2 to 4 IUs are not only underdosing, but often even getting legitimate hormone peptides. By contrast, are cheaper to manufacture, easier to verify, and COAs and accessible at far lower costs. From a scientific and practical standpoint, peptides clearly outperform low-dose HGH in nearly every category. So let's conclude with a science-based verdict. HGH is powerful, but its power emerges only at high-performance doses. Levels most recreational users cannot afford or tolerate at low doses under 5 IUs. The effects are mild, expensive, and often disappointing. Users may see minor cosmetic improvements, but they do not unlock the transformation potential of growth hormone. Peptides, on the other hand, work with the body's natural design by stimulating the pituitary to release growth hormone impulses. They create surges of drive, IGF-1 production, fat oxidation, tissue healing, and neurological benefits. They are cost-effective, adaptable, and safer in the long run. Science tells us this clearly. Low-dose HGH disrupts natural rhythm and provides weak returns. Peptides preserve rhythm, amplify release, and deliver stronger functional outcomes. Insulin sensitivity, recovery, and long-term endocrine health all favour peptides. So the conclusion is simple. If you're not running HGH at professional level doses, peptides are superior in choice. They maximise efficiency, respect biology, and give results you can only feel and measure. This isn't hype, this is psychology, this is endocrinology, this is the truth. For under 5 IUs of HGH, peptides are not just better, they are smart, scientific, and an undeniable choice.